Did you know that some of the world's most iconic landmarks, from Michelangelo's David to the Pantheon in Rome, were sculpted from one of the most expensive and prestigious materials on Earth? Marble, valued for its beauty and durability, has shaped art and architecture for over 2,000 years. But what makes this stone so sought after, and how is it mined from the heart of Italy's mountains? Today, we're taking you behind the scenes to witness the incredible journey of how marble is extracted from the famed quarries of Carrara, where a single block can be worth over $500,000. In the hills of northern Italy, you'll find one of the largest marble deposits on the planet. Marble has been extracted here since the days of the Roman Empire. Situated at 1,700 meters above sea level, the Carrara quarries are home to a seemingly endless supply of white marble that has been mined for centuries. What appear from afar to be snow-capped peaks are actually towering mountains made entirely of marble. Over 140 million years ago, this region was a seabed filled with shells, which over time were transformed by immense tectonic forces into solid white stone. Renowned worldwide for its pure, brilliant whiteness, Carrara marble has been used in some of the most famous works of art and architecture. The quarries are valued at over €1 billion and yield 4 million tons of marble annually, with slabs fetching up to $400 per square meter. Carrara marble is so iconic that it's known as the gold of Italy. In fact, this region has produced more marble than any other location on Earth, with a market value of over €1 billion per year. More than 500 tons of marble are cut from the mountain every day. Using massive machines, workers extract valuable marble from the mountains and transport it along steep, winding roads to the valley, where its journey around the world begins. These steep roads are filled with sharp, dangerous turns, and every day, 600 trucks navigate them, each loaded with 50 tons of marble. The quarry itself is a staggering 200 meters tall, divided into 25 levels, each standing 8 meters high and reaching a total height of 200 meters. The extraction process begins with drilling, where miners strategically create holes in the mountain to prepare for blasting. Once ready, 165 pounds of explosives are carefully placed in 3-meter deep holes within the rock. For a controlled and effective extraction, these explosives must detonate deep inside the mountain, ensuring the marble breaks away cleanly without damaging the valuable stone. Once the blasting is complete, the extraction of marble blocks begins. A reinforced diamond cutting wire slices through the marble with the precision of a surgical tool. These wires are embedded with synthetic diamonds, one of the hardest substances on Earth, allowing them to cut through the marble as if it were butter. At its peak efficiency, this wire can move at speeds of 45 meters per second, cutting through even the toughest sections of rock. There are several methods for extracting marble. To cut the blocks, workers can employ a chainsaw capable of penetrating up to 5 meters or a 5-millimeter diamond wire saw. The process starts with the quarry worker drilling 3 holes, 1 vertical from the top and 2 from the base. A long saw mounted on rails makes a horizontal incision at the base of the rock. After this cut is completed, the worker moves to the top, threading a diamond wire through the rock to make the back cut. The ends of the wire are then joined and secured to a 50-horsepower flywheel. This machine allows for precise trimming of the mountain. As the wire spins, it cuts through the rock while being continuously lubricated with water, which is essential for keeping the wire cool. The technique is repeated twice to cut the remaining sides until the block is fully separated from the mountain. In some cases, large chainsaws are utilized to handle extremely heavy blocks, which can take around 10 hours to cut through the marble. When the 2 cuts intersect, the marble block is ready for extraction. The next step is to remove the massive block from the mountainside. Weighing in at 500 tons, this piece is so firmly embedded in the rock that an excavator alone cannot pry it loose. In ancient times, Romans would insert wooden wedges into cracks in the marble and soak them with water, allowing the wedges to expand and separate the stone. Today, workers use hydro bags instead. Water is pumped into these bags through a valve, causing them to expand with an impressive force of 600 tons. To keep the marble from shifting as the bags inflate, workers place smaller rocks in the crack, gradually adding larger stones until the opening is wide enough to accommodate heavy machinery. When the excavator comes into play, it carefully positions itself to balance the marble on an edge. It's crucial to ensure the block doesn't shatter upon impact, so the fall is cushioned with a bed of sand and mud. Given that the block is valued at around €1.5 million, it's vital that it falls correctly. The machinery gently nudges the block so it falls onto a soft mound of dirt without sustaining any damage. Each block measures 8 meters high, 6 meters wide, and weighs 500 tons. However, these sizes are too large for transport, so the blocks are cut into smaller pieces weighing 50 tons each. Marble cutting typically involves vertical cuts, though horizontal cuts may be made depending on the area's morphology. A diamond cutter is utilized to remove any defective sections from the blocks. Once the marble is cut, excavators are used to transport the heavy pieces to waiting trucks. In the past, marble blocks would slide down the mountainside, but modern practices have shifted to loading them onto trucks. Dump trucks are carefully loaded, and depending on the size and weight of the marble, sometimes 2 excavators are required for the job. These dump trucks then transport the blocks from the upper levels of the quarry to the lower processing plant, where the marble blocks are thoroughly washed after extraction. Around 600 trucks travel these dangerous roads daily, carrying marble blocks to either factories or the port of Carrara. After a 45-minute trip, trucks arrive at the factory, where the marble is processed into high-end slabs. Some of these slabs can fetch over $10,000, depending on factors like extraction method and the unique veining of the marble. Calicut marble, for instance, is highly prized and can sell for more than $10,000 per ton. Last year alone, 1.2 million tons of marble blocks were exported from Italy to countries like China, the United States, and Germany. The remaining marble is distributed to local companies and artisan workshops scattered across the coastal villages of western Tuscany. The marble blocks are typically stored outdoors in a block yard, where they wait until an order is placed. These blocks are destined to adorn the walls and floors of some of the most luxurious and elegant buildings worldwide. When an order is received, the blocks move to the sawmill area for cutting. There, 76 diamond saws are used to slice the massive blocks into smaller slabs, which can be as thin as 2 centimeters. These slabs are then carefully prepared for shaping and polishing, a process that enhances their natural shine and creates a smooth, glossy surface. Polishing the marble is a critical step in bringing out its beauty, and this craft has been passed down through generations of workers in Carrara. Each worker plays a vital role in continuing this centuries-old tradition. Once the marble is shaped and polished, the journey of these magnificent slabs comes to an end at the port of Carrara, where they are loaded onto ships. From there, they are transported to designers and architects who use them to create the world's most exclusive and stunning buildings. So next time you walk on a marble floor or admire a marble sculpture, just remember, that stone has traveled thousands of miles, undergone a meticulous extraction process, and has a rich history that connects us to the ancient world. If you want to know how money is made, watch the video on your screen, and please like the video if you enjoyed it and share it with someone who might be interested. Also, subscribe to this channel by activating the notifications to continue learning. Thanks for watching.